Welcome to the Athyx Chronicles podcast, a platform where narrators and voice actors can showcase their talents to the world. If you're a narrator, voice actor, or you would like to sponsor an episode, message us on our website, wsklass.xyz. I'm the creator and host, WS Klass. I hope you enjoy what this podcast has to offer. Be sure to show your support to those who bring these stories to life. Raven's Gambit is a work of original fiction inspired by the worlds of classic fantasy and science fiction. This podcast is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or associated with Wizards of the Coast, Lucasfilm, Disney, or any other intellectual property holders. All characters, orders, and concepts, including mystics and the Mu-Fi, are original creations or transformative elements developed for non-commercial storytelling. Listener discretion is advised. And now, on to our production of Raven's Gambit.
Death was only the beginning. 69 souls. One impossible choice. Welcome. To Raven's Gambit.
Raven's Gambit, Episode 6, Blind Faith. Written by W.S. Klass. Narrated by Bradford Wilson.
The moans came first, then the coughing, followed by gasps and panicked voices in the clearing outside Ashspire. Group 1, once thought comatose or worse, began to stir in the medics' tents, hastily erected near the perimeter. Kael Whisper Stonemarch blinked against the light, his face taut with confusion and rage. "What happened?" "You dropped like marionettes with cut strings," said Thalia Emberbranch, her tone dry as usual. "If it weren't for the Gynosphinx warning us, we'd still be guessing." As the warriors of Group 1 were debriefed by the more stable members of Group 2, emotions boiled over. Some were humiliated, others terrified. Varric punched a nearby tree until bark gave way to blood. Kael sat in stony silence, his jaw locked. No one liked feeling helpless, especially not elite warriors. Meanwhile, as another hour passed with no word from Group 3, it was time for the next group. Group 4 lit their torches at the edge of the stone stairwell, the shadows playing across their faces. Leading them was Ranger Kaelen Thornstride, hood drawn low, pet hawk needle perched dramatically on his shoulder. "The forest doesn't forget," he muttered, more to himself than anyone else. Following behind was Tavric's Whisper Malin, fingers twitching with eagerness and ego after rehearsing every riddle he'd ever read. Next was Veronica V. Sinclair, effortlessly glamorous, even in armor, adjusted the lapel of her custom cloak and pouted into a compact mirror. Next was Deputy Mercy Whitlock, calm-eyed and unspeaking, surveyed the group like a silent shepherd herding sheep through a storm. Then came Elowyn Moonwhisper, who whispered encouragement to a nearby lichen patch. Taking flank was Talon Whisper Mar, who hadn't spoken since breakfast and had only blinked once the entire day. Together, they descended into the throat of the mountain. Down the rusted spiral staircase they went, feet sloshing into a foot of tepid, algae-choked water. The air was heavy, as if the mountain held its breath around them. Once they were down the spiral staircase, they walked 2 by 2. They reached the Gynosphinx, Saphira, who sat unmoved atop her throne of bones. Her golden eyes glared as if daring them to test her patience. "Which path do you choose?" she growled. Kaelen stepped forward, flanked by Tavrix. "Which path did our allies take?" he asked. "That is irrelevant. Their choice was theirs. Yours is yours. Kaelen looked to the others. Quiet conference passed between glances and nods. We'll take the west path, he declared. Saphira's wings shifted slightly as she intoned the riddle. I have a mouth, but never speak. I have a bed, but never sleep. I run smoother than any rhyme. I love to fall, but cannot climb. Tavryx's eyes lit up. A river! The Sphinx scowled. You may pass. Group 4 bowed politely and entered the western corridor, their torchlight flickering off glistening walls of lichen and damp stone. 30 feet in, the tranquility broke. There was a splash, then silence. Kaelen and Tavryx vanished beneath the surface of the water. The hawk needle screeched once, fluttering off Kaelen's shoulder into the tunnel above. Kaelen! Tavryx! V cried out, halting the others. Their torch had gone with them. Darkness enveloped the corridor like a shroud. I hate this mountain, V muttered. In the rear, Talon whispered to no one. Keep quiet. Wait for sound. Then he crouched, rummaging in his soaked pack, trying to shield his flint and steel from the water. After a tense eternity, a spark caught, then flame. A single torch flared to life, casting light into the abyss, just in time. Kaelen Thornstride burst from the water, dragging Tavryx with him. Grab him! He barked. Mercy and Elwyn lunged forward and helped pull Tavryx onto dry footing. Both men gasped and shivered, but it was their eyes that alarmed everyone most. Milky white, glazed and distant. My head hurts. My head hurts, Tavryx whined, coughing up water. And I can't see. Never admit weakness, Kaelen snapped, spitting out another mouthful of murky water. You're blind, V said, kneeling beside them, checking for injury. Both of you. Kaelen didn't argue. His clenched jaw spoke for him. Then we return to camp, V said flatly. No, Kaelen growled, turning toward the pit. We figure out how wide it is. Swim across if we must. Mercy finally spoke. If more fall in, we'll be blind and leaderless. I'm already blind, Kaelen replied. Doesn't change the mission. Tavryx whimpered quietly. Talon looked down into the murky black, then back toward the others. The trick isn't crossing, he said, voice low. It's doing it without losing anyone else. V stood and crossed her arms. Great, now the bird's in charge. As Group 4 stared into the darkness, wondering how many more traps lay hidden beneath the water, somewhere above them, the god Raven watched. He smiled. The mountain had tested cunning, courage, and endurance. Next, it would test trust. Until next time.
Join us for the next episode of Raven's Gambit, Episode 7, The Prime Directive.
Raven's Gambit, chosen by the fire. Every soul ascending, climbing ever higher. Raven's Gambit, destiny ignites. Through the endless darkness, we become the light.
If you're enjoying Raven's Gambit and the Athyx Chronicle podcast, be sure to explore the other worlds created by authors W.S. Klass. From dark fantasy and psychological thrillers to science fiction, horror, and unforgettable adventures, there's something for every reader. Whether you're searching for epic heroes, chilling mysteries, thought-provoking tales, or stories that keep you turning pages late into the night, W.S. Klass has a journey waiting for you. Visit wsclass.xyz to discover available titles, upcoming releases, and audiobooks, and more. Thank you for supporting independent authors and storytellers.
Thank you for listening to Raven's Gambit, a story rooted in inspiration but uniquely its own. All references to characters, relics, and philosophies, including the Wu-Fi and the mystics, are fictional and not intended to represent or infringe upon any existing works. Support the creators who inspired you, and may the Wu-Fi be strong in your signal. Support the creators you love, and may the dice always roll high.